Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Floor Planner. This is your video for the new featured tools of January 2023. Glad you could join me. As you all know, my name is Bob. I'm here for customer success. I'm here to support you all as you keep developing your technique of utilizing the Floor Planner platform and to share with you additional new features that happen monthly for us and happen instantaneously in the background of your platform. So I want to share with you some new insight as to what has occurred for the past month in January. But let's start by certainly wishing you all a very happy new year. Welcome to 2023. I hope your first month of the year has been successful and that you've had the opportunity to explore some of the new features that have been launched in Floor Planner and having a lot of fun with them. Something to mention for 2023, always, what is the pricing structure going forward in 2023 for Floor Planner? I think you'll find that the subscription costs have maintained. So you see those as the same going into 2023. There's a slight increase in the per credit base, but the actual subscriptions have been held at their original state, which is really great. Let's talk about those credits and what do we do with those credits. Upgrading project levels. We have our subscription levels as you join Floor Planner, the 6 different subscription levels, but there's also the 4 different project levels when no matter what subscription we are, we all build our project and make our determination as to what project level we want our work to be at. What's the difference between all of these? Your basic entry level with Floor Planner, your free account is a subscription, and the first intro level of the Pro have the ability to work with the SD Lite version of your program and your platform. That level that you work with, it's great, gives a great offering for you, but it also has some limitations to it. To relieve yourself of those limitations is to actually start your project as an SD level, SD, HD, 4K, or 8K, those 4 different project levels. The only difference between the SD through the 8K are resolution of your final image that you're creating. They're all equally photorealistic, your 3-dimensional renderings, photorealistic all across the board utilizing the Blender render tool inside Floor Planner. But the resolution of those documents increases as you go up to the 8K. You can see the pixel count for an SD level, 960 by 540 pixels can be increase significantly when you elevate your project level to an 8K and get it up to 7,680 pixels by 4,320 pixels. It's a matter of how you're utilizing your final render. SD, it's a nice level to work with. I'm going to recommend that you take a peek at the HD for quality for your clients. I think you'll find that they're a bit more impressed. And then for purposes in the future, when you need something as high as superior presentations or even marketing purposes of your marketing of your documents, certainly look at the 8K level for sure. And remember, with project levels, you can go ahead and upgrade a project in the future. You can start as an SD level project, work it out, and realize that this project's really turning into something spectacular and you want to showcase it a little bit better. You can always upgrade an existing project level to a future project level higher. You can see the expense of those credits, the cost to do so, the 2 credits for an SD level, the 5 credits for the HD, the 10 credits for the 4K, and the 20 credits for the production of an 8K level. Moving forward, let's talk about some of the actual new tools that have been added back in the previous month of January. Starting with the 3D dollhouse render. This is your aerial shot, your bird's eye view looking straight down on your 3D model. There's been a really cool advancement that has helped to balance the light levels in your rendering. I think we've all found in the past that, we're working with the sun and our artificial lighting inside our rooms, and we get this aerial dollhouse view, and there's still some areas that maybe we didn't put artificial lighting in, or there's no window. There's no natural sun coming in. So we get some dark spots out there. If you start looking at this chase over here on the left-hand side, this is an older image that I had rendered. You see the chase is extremely dark inside there. There's just no light. And even the closets are looking dark, etc., unless you're putting in a lot of light fixtures in your closets. So to even this out, the programmers have advanced this so that you're now coming out with a much brighter, even tone distribution of light. Starting to just look at that same chase over here in this bedroom, you can see that there's actual illumination in there now, and your closets are also illuminated. I think you'll find that this new balance of light level for your 3D dollhouse render is awesome. I think you'll enjoy this. Moving on, let's talk about styleboards. I hope you've had a chance to explore styleboards. They came out last year. They're awesome. These are your presentation boards, much like you would do in PowerPoint or Photoshop or other softwares, to put together images to create a mood board. Now you can do this inside Floor Planner and take advantage of the fact that, of course, we're working with 3D model pieces. So you all of a sudden say, hey, that dining room chair really looks best from the back, has a really special back to it. You can negate and change as to which view you want to go ahead and actually showcase inside this mood board presentation. So really, really a bit more powerful than some of your other softwares that you may be working with. So we keep advancing with this. The programmers keep finding other opportunities to give you new tools. And so there is a new tool in styleboards. And inside there, we can now skew an image. So like the draperies that I have in this particular example, maybe you just wanted to try to match up to a perspective image of a piece of furniture to make a composition, and like, well, the drapery's straight on. How do I get it to actually line up properly to follow the direction of maybe that perspective image? You can now skew images that you insert into your styleboards. So let's actually show you how we're doing this. I'm going to go into my Floor Planner account, and let's see. Over on the left-hand side, let's again show you where these updates are listed again, just so you know where to find them. The upper left-hand corner, the 4 squares up there, that's your profile tab. If you select your profile tab, you'll gain this right-hand sidebar over here, and right over here where it says new features, there is a more button up there. If you hit that more button, it'll take you to a link where all of the updates that have occurred recently at the top, and cascading backwards in time. So there's the styleboard that we're about to chat about with the new Skew feature. And as we just talked about the 3D dollhouse render issue for the lighting levels, you can go back in time. We're back to the new year again, Christmas, holidays, and all these additional features. So if you missed anything along the way, certainly keep on coming back for the monthly videos as we're presenting to you today. But you can also scroll through here at any time and take a peek back in time, maybe see if there's something you might have missed. And then find my video and we'll talk about it a little bit more in detail. So let's go back over to Floor Planner. And the third tab over here on the left-hand side actually is the styleboard feature. These are my styleboards that I've been playing with. And here's the one I wanted to show you just as an example. We'll just go ahead and open this up. And we're going to talk about this new skewing feature. So, these angles of these draperies as they came in and the piece of furniture, maybe it's a straight on piece of furniture. Well, it's great. And maybe this drapery, behind it's not going to actually look so well because it's got the angle going on with it. So how could I make some modifications? Of course, you have some presets in here you could change, but if we didn't have those, we can go down here to the Set Skew, a new tab. Turn that on, and you have the ability to change the skew in the X direction. Interesting. And you could do it in smaller increments if you care to. Or we could change it in the Y direction, or we could rotate it in the Y direction, and we could also rotate it in the X direction. crazy looking drapery there. So again, if you wanted to do some modifications to this, we certainly could start trying to make some adjustments to kind of square it out a little bit more so that this might look a little bit more appropriate behind that particular sofa up there, make it a little bit larger. And we could take that and change its draw order to push it backwards. And you're starting to look something a little bit closer to how we want that drapery to present itself. Because then you may want to take this piece of furniture, and maybe you did want it on a perspective. And here's those options. As I said, like the dining room chair, looking at the back of it here. Well, here's a sofa. Maybe I want to see it, showcase it in perspective in my presentation board. Well, now the drapery is totally wrong. So we could take that drapery again and start making those adjustments to try to start following somewhat of that perspective of the sofa piece. So skewing. I think this is going to come in really powerful, especially if you're trying to make vignette groupings of the furnishings in your mood board or presentation board. Let's get back to my PowerPoint presentation just for a second. See if we have anything else to showcase for you. No. So that's it for the month of January. Keep your eyes open for future advancements. They will be posted on your dashboard homepage, as I said, on the right-hand sidebar as they're being introduced. You can also follow Floor Planner on Twitter. The programmer's awesome is that they will send out a tweet as soon as any of those new advances go live inside the Floor Planner platform. So it's nice to be notified through Twitter and or just keep watching your homepage. Right-hand sidebar under the Profile tab, you will see them listed. The most current advances will be posted up there at the top. Appreciate your time for today. Look forward to seeing you possibly at one of our future live webinars, which are hosted on Tuesdays and Thursdays here in the United States. They're 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and also 4 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. They are also posted in your right-hand sidebar in the upper right-hand corner. So hope to see you there, or just see you again next month for our next recording to talk about what will be February's advances. Hope you're all doing great. Have a super day. Thank you so much.